Hello everyone and welcome to my video. I'm here today to talk about LingQ and how I am using it in my language learning journey. I wouldn't say I'm a polyglot at all. I know one language, my native language English, but I am an avid language learner and I'm currently studying, trying to learn German and Spanish. So yeah, let's just dive right into how LingQ works, how I use LingQ, and what do I think of it. I am not sponsored, by the way, at all. It's just been the app that I have been using the most recently and the one that I find the most useful. So, starting off on the right hand side, you can choose your language. They have over 40, and I can say that the beta languages are still great. I've been using the Hungarian one for a little bit, and I think it's still quite good. I'm sure there is a little bit of a difference. I know it's not as developed as the other ones as far as on the platform goes, but again, I still think it's pretty good. So how does this work? So basically, you're gonna have stories that community members have uploaded, and you can upload some yourself. You can get a installer onto your computer, and then you can go. There's plenty of videos out there who can probably describe it better than me on how to do this, but you can go to like Netflix or YouTube and you can it will take the script and import it into a lesson on the LingQ. So that way you can study it. With the lessons I'm doing, I took one of my favorite movies, The Other Guys, put it into German on Netflix, and then I imported the script. Or The King, I did Love is Blind, Cleo. So yeah, got to get the spy stuff and the reality TVs. I also went on the ChatGPT, just had it create me a random spy story at an A2 B1 level, and it was ChatGPT, so it wasn't the most interesting story, but it was enough to entertain me for 10 minutes. When you go to a lesson plan, we'll try this one out. You'll see that there's 147 new words are going to be highlighted in blue. 38 LingQs or words that I don't quite know yet, but I've seen before, and 189 known words. So, umarmung, I need to work on pronouncing that. Obviously means a hug. It says right there. Right now we're in sentence view. So this is going to have the translation and all the words that you either haven't seen before or have seen before, and I've created a LingQ. So here we go. This one we haven't seen before, and you can get the Berührungen. Oh Lord, Berührungen. Umarmungen. Bear with me. Not the best at pronunciation. So I'm going to create new LingQs for these, and then as I go through and I see these over time, no matter what lesson I go to, if I have a LingQ, it's going to be highlighted. I can bump it up to recognized, familiar, and then when it's learned or known, that's when it's going to count towards your known words. So right now for German, I have 3,172, but obviously that's not a clean 3,172 because, the stems such as Essen, East, Gehen, Gate, those are going to count as two different words, but obviously they come from the same stem. Let's go to what I like best about LingQ, and it's the stats that it tracks for you. So I'll go to my profile here, and it has stats over. You can see what I've done today, how many words I've read, the LingQs I've created, known words that I've added, how many of the LingQs that I have I learned today. And then if you click on this arrow, you can see some pretty cool graphs. So words of reading. Daily, I started off reading 1,600, and I've probably read about, on average, 2,000, we'll say, over the course of 7 days. Got up to 1,600. So yeah, a little over 2,000, probably 2,200 words a day. Go to known words. I've had quite a few this week. Only 2 the other day. I think I was reading a story that I had already read before, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to all time. Once I started off, because I already knew a little bit of German. Any word that I saw was pretty much just adding in to my known words. But what I do think is great is that I've created over the course of. Oh, I think it's glitching out a little bit. Oh, no, sorry. I'm glitching out a little bit. That's LingQ's learned. LingQ's created. So I've created 4,100 LingQs. These are words that I have now seen that I didn't know before and I don't quite know yet. And then LingQ's learned. I've learned 478. So as I read this material that I've seen over and over again, these words are going to become more and more familiar. So they're still about, what was that? 4,478. So about, let's just call it 3,600 words that I've now seen, have a LingQ created. And when I go through these stories, there's 3,600 words that I can learn. So what I'm trying to do is 30 minutes a day, German, 30 minutes a day Spanish for active reading here on LingQ. That's where I do a lot of my reading, if not all of my reading right now. And then I'll do 30 minutes a day, each language, just doing some passive listening like a podcast or an audiobook. And then to work on my speaking. Speaking is not something that I need to work on because I don't live in Germany or a Spanish-speaking country, although there are plenty of Spanish speakers in the U.S. It's something that I want to get better at. It's practical use, being able to speak to people, and I find speaking to be quite intimidating. So I think the best way to just get over that fear is to speak in that language. So yeah, I highly recommend trying out LingQ. I do use the premium edition, I will say, but I do find it's worth it. It's about $16 a month, if I remember correctly. And for using it an hour a day over the course of a month, I'd say that's quite good. Quite a fair deal. So yeah, definitely give it a look. And if you guys have any suggestions on ways to use LingQ, any good stories or any other good apps, let me know. Thanks for watching.